Let's get started. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Fitness Chinwag podcast, and I'm trying something very different but very exciting. I've decided to film it today so you guys can see my face, but also I can upload this to YouTube too. So have a little chat, a little conversation. I have my coffee here. And we're going to talk about how to lose 10 kg in 10 days. This is a question I'm getting asked a lot at the moment, and I feel like there's a lot of noise about this on social media because it's coming up to Christmas, it's cold, maybe we're not feeling as confident in ourselves, maybe we're feeling a little bit sluggish, lots of time on the sofa eating all the delicious food. And now Christmas is round the corner, Christmas dresses, New Year's dresses. What I am finding is there is a lot of Karens on Facebook groups at the moment telling you that you can in fact lose 10 kg in 10 days and feel amazing, and promising you all of these big things. Now, one rule of thumb I have as a coach, not even holding my thumb, one rule of thumb is that I never promise new clients that they can lose a certain amount of weight in a certain amount of days, because it's actually impossible to accurately tell somebody, because there's so many different factors to weight loss. Where you're at in your life, thyroid function, what your current eating habits are, emotional eating habits. All of these things can determine how much weight you lose in a period of time. So the fact that this is actually being promoted as, hey, you can lose 10 kg in 10 days, honestly, is a bitter pill for me to swallow as a coach. Say in a theoretical world, you did this crazy diet that Karen put on your local mums group, and you did it, and maybe you had to hyper restrict the foods that you love, maybe you had lots of meal replacement shakes, maybe you found that other people in the group were getting loads of positive results, and maybe you're not getting so many results, so maybe then you start restricting your food and exercising even more. And let's say at the end of the 10 days you lost 10 kg. You felt amazing, but you're now thinking, okay, how do I keep this off? And that is why that amount of weight loss in that period of time will never work. Because the way you lose weight, you have to sustain that for a long period of time, because you need to maintain that weight loss. The reason why you're doing this diet in the first place is because you have habits that aren't serving you, and a quick fix isn't going to fix that, because it's not actually addressing the habits that you have currently. It's like putting a plaster over a leaky pipe. It's temporary, very temporary. What you need to do is focus on the real nitty-gritty of why you really struggle to lose weight. And most of the time it's actually psychological. If you stress eat, comfort eat, if you've had a past ED, if you've gone through patterns with your dieting where you starved yourself and then you've ate a lot and then you starved yourself and then you ate a lot, your hunger cues are all out of whack. So the first few steps, if you want to lose weight and feel better, it's not by this 10-day shred, because I guarantee you, once you finish those 10 days, no matter how successful they are, body dysmorphia kicks in, because you actually have such a warped perception of yourself that you don't even know if you feel better in your clothes or not. You're probably very malnourished. You're probably very erratic with your hormones and emotions, because honestly, not eating and nourishing your body enough when it comes to weight loss is actually really important and really underrated. And then also on top of all of this, maybe actually your confidence has never been so terribly bad, because you are not in a great headspace, you feel starving, you feel weak, you feel like you can't keep this up in the long run, so it makes you worry that you're going to get to that point again with your weight loss that you're not going to be able to sustain it and you're going to gain all that weight back on. So let me help you out here. If you actually want sustainable, long-lasting results when it comes to weight loss and feel amazing, because I know deep down that is what you want. That is the reason why you're listening to this podcast, because you want to know how you can go forward in your weight loss journey without it feeling like a constant chore all the time. So I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. I'm going to give you 3 steps for you to consider. And I want you to take these steps and see how you can frame these into your daily life. And this also goes to if you are hella busy at the moment with the lead up to Christmas, this also applies to you. The girls I work with are so busy and they're still able to put themselves that little bit higher on their list. Maybe not at the top, but that little bit higher. So first things first, let's stop seeing weight loss as a short-term thing. Because if you see it as a short-term thing, again, it's like putting that plaster over the leaky pipe. So surely, hear me out here, it's better to see weight loss as more of a longer term thing, as a work in progress. Yes, it's more boring. Yes, it's more tedious. But is it really, if the trade-off is that you feel amazing after it? Because it's one of those things, when you are starting a job, you always start at the bottom and you build your way up. There's no cheat code to it. And it's the same with this. If you want to build long-lasting weight loss, you can't cheat code it. It doesn't work like that. The thermal effect of food doesn't work like that, okay? So here are my 3 tips. Number 1, actually organise your time. Organise your schedule. I don't care how busy you are. Organise your time, because if you start organising your time, it's going to be a bit of a game changer, because you're planning everything in advance. You're planning your food shop, you're planning your meal prep, you're planning when you're picking the kids up, when your next work meeting is, when you're getting up, when you're going to bed, when are you getting your walks, sessions in with exercise, etc. Managing your time is so important because it means you're organised and you know exactly what you're doing the next day. If you just wing it and think on Sunday night, think I'm gonna go and train at the gym tomorrow morning, but you haven't got your clothes out, you have no idea what you're doing when you get to the gym, and it being cold at the moment, maybe you've not even put anything over the car for it to not be frozen when you wake up in the morning. And all of these things together, you're just going to wake up and be like, can't bothered, I'll just go tomorrow. I'll just go tomorrow. That is you winging it. And let me tell you right now, if you have wing it thoughts around your weight loss journey, you are just going to get those wing it results. Number 2, don't go crazy with your diet. A lot of people think, okay, it's time to lose weight. Let's restrict all the bad foods and get overhaul on the good foods. That's so boring. That is so boring. As a coach, as a weight loss coach, I would never tell my clients to be like, okay, let's just have some boring cold salads 3 times a day. Doesn't work like that. It's just not happiness. And if you're not happy on your weight loss journey, guess what? You're not going to stick to it. So the approach that I use with my clients is an 80-20 approach. 80% of the time, you're having nutrient-dense foods. Your protein, your fats, your carbohydrates, your high-volume foods, i.e. fruit and veg. 20% of your daily intake, leave it for your faves. Crisps, chocolate, etc. Now, if you feel like you cannot just have 1 biscuit or 1 packet of crisps, that is a story for another podcast. And if you scroll down on my episodes, you will find there is a podcast episode about emotional eating. So go and give that a listen, because that will really help you. But I'm not going to go into that right now, because that's like another 40 minutes on this podcast episode. So ensuring that you have that 80-20 balance, even on those weeks where you feel like your balance is more like 60-40, or maybe a little bit more 50-50, doesn't matter. Just always, when you can, go back to that 80-20 balance. It makes dieting that more enjoyable, and you could arguably say it's not a diet at that point, because you're eating foods you enjoy, proteins you enjoy, fats you enjoy, carbohydrates you enjoy, fruit and veg you enjoy. And then on top of that, you're having something you like every single day. And I've had girls who have coached with me who have literally eaten chocolate every day and have seen amazing results. and you are not a, what's the word? You are not a, and you are not an anomaly to that either. Like, you can 100% do it too. But like I said, if you feel like you don't have a lot of control around those foods right now, head over to my emotional eating episode. And then finally, focus on imperfect action. A lot of people think that your fitness journey, your weight loss journey has to be perfect every single day. So maybe in the first week you're good all week and then the weekend turns to absolute shit. But the reason because of that is your reaction to, the reason for that is you're finding that you are restricting all week and then you're saving everything up for the weekend and it's going into those big binges. So again, using that 80-20 approach every day will help because you're constantly drip feeding yourself those foods you enjoy. But also on top of that, again, everyone just wants to get everything perfect. It's not the reality with weight loss. Let me ask you right now, have you ever got your dream body in 1 week? No. So you have to focus on that imperfect action because the reality is you're only human. Even us as coaches, PTs, we have days where we don't hit our protein. We have days where we don't even move. Have days where we don't even train when we say we're going to train. But that's not our average. On average, we are consistent. And that's what you need to think. You need to think, what are my averages? Because you are the outcome of your averages. So if you ensure on average, maybe you go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week, that you hit 5k steps, that you have that 80-20 approach to food, girl, you're all set. That's literally all you need to do. You just need to stay consistent with that for longer. So try not to think about getting your results, which are probably, like, let's be honest, on average about 3 months worth of work, right? Don't expect to get that in just 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week. Okay, so when you have a day where, especially right now, where you feel like you are being very good on your diet, we don't like to use good and bad connotations in my coaching. It's more nutrient dense and less nutrient dense, but I want to share it with you with language that you understand. You're at the office, you feel like you're eating all of this food that is aligning with where you want to be. But then Shannon comes in with a box of donuts and you think in your head, can't say no to a donut. And honestly, fair enough. But then you have that donut and you think, it's done. It's over. I can't lose weight. I'm not able to do this. This is too hard. F it. I'm just going to go completely off the rails until Monday. What a rubbish attitude to have. Because your reaction to these situations alone, it's not the donut. It's not the donut that is going to get you to fall off track from your weight loss goals. It's your reaction to it and thinking 1 donut is over. No. The 3 days that you are doing leading up to Monday where you are off your diet, that's what's affecting your progress towards your weight loss journey. A donut, in the grand scheme of things, if you're consistent with everything else, here and there, and maybe going over your calories here and there, it's not the end of the world. Like, a cat didn't die, did it? Can we just, like, tone down the dramatics a little bit? It's really not a big deal. And in your head, that self-sabotaging behaviour is going to be the exact thing that's going to make you fall off the rails every time. But do this instead. Okay, I had a donut, but my dinner, I've got planned, I know exactly what I'm going to have. And that's going to align more to that 80-20 balance. Just have the donut, enjoy it, and move on. It's really not a big deal. And it's the same if you're going out to a restaurant and maybe you have dessert when you rather have not had a dessert. Again, it's not the end of the world. Just get back to know what you know works the next day. Just always get back to know what works. And that will become your average over a long period of time. Then that means you can feel confident, you can feel empowered. You don't have to dread every single festive season because you already feel good and confident in your clothes. When you go on holiday, you're not going to dread having to get into shape for your bikini. Follow these 3 rules going from now into 2025 because there's no better time to start like the present. Life's always going to be chaotic. let me tell you, you are going to unlock so much freedom with your diet, with your nutrition, and actually having confidence going forward on the direction you need to go to get long-lasting sustainable weight loss. So I hope these tips have helped you, and if they have, please do let me know your thoughts over on Instagram. I'll leave my link in the show notes below, and if you have any questions, please do ask, because no question is silly to me. A lot of people feel nervous to message me and approach me, and let me tell you, I'm a very compassionate person. I just have a tough love side too, because people do need it. So if you have any questions at all, please do drop me a message and I will be happy to see if I can help you out. I've got coaching applications coming in for 2025, which is really, really exciting. So if you feel like you might need a little bit of additional support going forward on your weight loss journey, then again, click the link in the show notes to my Instagram and DM me Chinwag, and we can have a little chat to see if my coaching is a good fit for you, because I don't just coach everyone. I can't help everyone because I'm so specialised in what I help women achieve. So if you feel like you will be a good fit for my coaching, I would love to hear from you and I would love to see if I can help you. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a very, very good day, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Goodbye.